Welcome to the Powerfully You podcast, where we turn our pain into power. I'm your host, Sharitha. I help emotionally wounded, spiritually curious people heal from trauma and reclaim their voice so that they can stop people pleasing, start living their truth, and be powerful. Today's Powerfully You moment is for those of us who've ever felt exposed by our own emotions. Like we're too messy, too much, too raw to be seen and still be safe. Maybe you've had a dream that revealed the parts of you you'd rather hide, or found yourself crying behind closed doors just to keep up with the appearance of strength. If vulnerability has ever felt like a weakness, or if you've ever judged yourself for needing space to fall apart, this space is for you. Because the truth is, our emotional messes are often where our deepest healing begins. That brings me to the dream I recently had. And honestly, it shook me. In that dream, I was in a school bathroom trying to pee. But no matter what I did, I kept missing the toilet. Pee was all over my clothes, my hands. I felt exposed, overwhelmed, uncomfortable. And then two priests walked in, just watching. And I remember thinking, I can't even do something as basic as release without being judged. When I woke up, I knew it wasn't about the bathroom. That dream lingered because it was a metaphor for how many of us experience vulnerability, how often we try to hold it together just to feel accepted. Let's pause here because maybe you've felt it too. Like opening up even just a little might get you laughed at, criticized, or misunderstood. It's not just me. It's so many of us. Those of us who grew up in homes or communities where emotions weren't welcome, where crying was weakness, where truth was dangerous, where silence was survivable. Some of us was taught early on, be strong. Don't talk about that. Don't be messy. So we learned to hold it in. But here's the truth. We're still carrying it, still holding our breath, still afraid that if we let it out even a little, it will all come spilling out the wrong way. So let's sit with this together. What does vulnerability mean to us? Maybe it means letting someone see a piece of pain we've been tucking away. Maybe it means letting the truth Maybe it means telling the truth even when our voice shakes. Maybe it means no longer pretending we're fine when we're breaking inside. Have we been hurt by being vulnerable before? Most of us have. Maybe we opened up and got dismissed, mocked, told we're too sensitive. Maybe we saw someone else be honest and watched them get torn apart. And maybe we decided then and there, never again. But hiding has a cost, and so does silence. Have you ever judged someone else for their vulnerability because we weren't ready to face our own? Have you ever sat in silence because we didn't trust the room to hold us? We've been on both sides, and that's okay. That's real. That's human. Something shifts when we realize we're not the only one feeling this way. We're not alone in the fear of being seen. We're not crazy for wanting to connect even when connection feels risky. That dream, messy and awkward, remind me of the truth I think we all carry. Emotional messes aren't signs of failure. They're signs that something deep inside you is ready to be seen, felt, and loved. And the truth about vulnerability is it doesn't require you to be fearless. It just asks you to be honest with yourself, to stumble, to unravel, to breathe through the ache. And remember, our vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a return to what's real, ourselves. Here's something for all of us to try this week. Choose one moment to be real with someone safe or even just with ourselves in a journal. Notice what rises: fear, relief, resistance, softness, and then remind yourself, I am not weak for feeling this. I am powerful for allowing it because we're not here to perform our healing. We're here to live it. Vulnerability doesn't ask us to be neat, it asks us to be real. And real doesn't always look strong. Sometimes real looks like crying in public, like not knowing what to say, like admitting, I am not okay today. If you ever felt like being vulnerable would make you a target, if you ever laughed off your truth before someone else could reject it, if you ever kept your deepest pain tucked behind a smile, please know this. You are not alone. You are not too much. And you don't have to keep hiding to be loved. Here, you get to show up as you are. Here, your mess is sacred. Here, your story is safe. This is our healing space. This is how we break the silence together. And this is how we turn our pain into power. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. If this episode moved you, take a moment to like, subscribe, or share it with someone else who needs to hear it. You never know who's waiting for a reminder that they're not alone. Until next time, be gentle with your heart. Let your truth breathe. And remember, you're not alone on this path. This has been Powerfully You. And I'll see you on the next episode.